Dear students, hope you are doing well. This is our 5th week. In this week, we will do our 4th experiment. Let's start. In this experiment, we will design a circuit and write necessary codes to activate 5 LEDs sequentially and deactivate them alternative sequence. The required components are Arduino UNO, LED, resistor and ground terminal. Here we present the working procedure. First, draw the circuit in Proteus software. For this, take Arduino UNO, resistors, LEDs and ground terminal and then connect all of them using wires. Then write code in Arduino software, sketch the code and link the code with the circuit using the hex file. After that, simulate the circuit and the output will then appear. This is the circuit diagram. First, we will draw the circuit in Proteus software. For that, at first place an Arduino UNO. Then take 5 300 ohm resistors. Then connect 5 LEDs with the resistors. I have taken all green color LEDs. Then connect all LEDs with separate ground terminals. Now the circuit design is done. I have used pin number 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13 for the LEDs. You must remember the pin numbers as you need to give the pin numbers in the code. Now it's time to write the logical instructions in Arduino software. We need a variable for storing the pin numbers. Here I have declared a variable named I. I have not given any pin number in it. It will get the pin numbers from the for loop. In the void setup part, I have written a for loop which repeats 5 times. In the first iteration, the value of I will be 9 and it will increase by 1 in the next iteration, and in each iteration the pin mode function will execute for the specific number of pin that will be sent to the output. Then the void loop part, in the void loop part 2 for loops are written. One for sending high voltage to pin numbers sequentially and another for loop sends low voltage to the pin numbers to turn it off. There are 3 millisecond delay in both loops. We have executed the loop from 9 to 13 because we have connected the 5 pins of Arduino UNO 9 to 13 with the LEDs. The first loop sends high voltage from 9th pin to the 13th pin, and then the second loop turns off the LEDs from 13th to the 9th pin. That means that the LEDs will turn off in an alternative or reverse sequence than the turning on sequence. In this code section, notice that the pin mode Arduino command is used to define the operation of the input-output pins. Among the two functions, there are setup and loop function. The setup function is called when a sketch starts. Void setup is technically a function that you create at the top of any program. The loop is another function that Arduino uses as a part of its structure. The setup function will only run once after each power off or reset of the Arduino port. The digital write command is used for writing the status of the digital pin that is assigned to the digital write command, and it must be an output pin so that it can transfer data to other components like LEDs, motors, actuators, and use them as per your needs and requirements. This screenshot shows the hex file location. After compiling the code, we will copy the location and paste in the program file box of the Arduino UNO. Now it's time to come in the Proteus software to simulate the circuit. The image shows that the first 9 number pin connected LED is turned on. Then the next LEDs will turn on sequentially with a delay of 300 milliseconds after each turning on. Here we see the turning off sequence. After turning on all LEDs one by one from 13th to 9th pin, LEDs will turn off. This turning on and off will repeat again and again, and this is our desired output, that the LEDs are turning on sequentially but turning off in an opposite sequence. That's all for today. Thank you.